You're a Kemp, be a leader. Your day's going to come. And so I wanted to play football, but I really wasn't all that great. I was kind of a late bloomer, kind of
Yeah.
small for a while. And gosh, out of 20 years of playing football, including 11 in the NFL, I was only the starting quarterback going into the season one time out of my whole career, high school, college, junior high, etc. But I was a persevering guy that believed, and my dad had
Come
a
on.
lot to do with giving me that belief. I call it the Gideon principle when you really speak life and vision and identity and confidence into someone even before they've got it themselves. So football became a part of my life. I loved throwing footballs, played pickup with my friends, started playing in seventh grade, got to be a starter on a team that won a state championship in Maryland. Went to Dartmouth, was on the bench for 2 years. Struggling with my identity. If I'm not a starting quarterback, who am I, right? I didn't feel
Yeah.
like I had my place, my significance. My dad was now in the U.S. Congress. At this point, he eventually worked for President Bush in the cabinet as Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. He was always on stage, on TV, speaking. His career, he was the most valuable player for the Buffalo Bills in the AFL. So I was kind of comparing myself to him and feeling I got to be more significant. And
Yeah.
he said that's probably been one of the struggles even spiritually through my life. But it's a good one to have gone through because I can explain to guys what they're going through because identity and insecurity and competition and comparison and who am I and what audience should I please and what's my brand and do I measure up?
Yeah.
That's common to everyone, but it's worse today than ever before. Anyway, I finally got to play at Dartmouth for a couple of years. Snuck into the NFL as a free agent. Long, long, long shot to make the league. I just gave my life to Christ after 4 years of wandering and kind of, calling myself a Christian, but definitely not following Jesus.
Yeah.
And God grabbed me in a great way. I was drunk 2 nights in a row at 3:30, going to bed after a bunch of parties right before graduation. And but I was sober spiritually because God was knocking on my heart,
Come on.
saying, "Hey, do you want the real me, or do you just want to say you believe in me, but it doesn't change your life?"
Yeah.
The gist of it was I got everything I wanted. I was a success finally, having a lot of fun, but not feeling good about myself, feeling empty, follower, insecure still, selfish. And there's no way God's going to answer prayers and give me a miracle to make the Rams. So there's a
Come on.
practical reason. I got to give my life to God. I need some help. So
Exactly.
God's pretty cool. He can handle our immature motivations at the point we're at. Snuck into the NFL with the Rams. Met Stacy right away that summer. Got married after
Yeah.
my second season. Kind of climbed the ladder from fourth string, eventually first string. I played when Eric Dickerson got 2,105 yards and set the record and went to the playoffs. But our offense wasn't exciting enough. They got a different quarterback, and a year later traded me to San Francisco. Thought he'd be on the bench behind Joe Montana, but he got hurt, and I got to play. Had my best season ever. Was coached so well that it made me a good quarterback. I mean, I needed a really good coaching to be a good quarterback, and
Come
I
on.
had a great team: Jerry Rice and Dwight Clark and Roger Craig and Bill Walsh and Mike Holmgren coaching me. But they said, "Thank you very much. We want Steve Young and Joe Montana for the future." They traded me to Seattle, and then it seemed like my career languished as a backup quarterback for the next 4 years. But we realized that part of our purpose in football, a large part of it, was our impact on the team with teammates and their
Yeah.
girlfriends and wives. Um, and so we really started helping them because we were getting a lot of help in our marriage.
Come on.